Have you ever wondered how we get the music out the way of dialogue that's over the top without just turning the music down and making it sound a bit sort of dull and backgroundish? It's a process called ducking. Yes, ducking. And for that I use a compressor, which is the same tool that I used to flatten out the dialogue in the video a couple of days ago, but I'm using it in a slightly different way. So let's have a look at what I've got set up. And on here we have the bottom track, which is the music, and we have 2 tracks of dialogue that run over the top. And then this window here has the compressor in it, which you might recognise from a couple of days ago. Let me play it back as it is now.
Welcome to Winning in the Nordics. I'm your host, Anneli Näs.
So it's pretty obvious that the music is too loud for the dialogue. So we could just turn that down.
Welcome to Winning in the Nordics. I'm your host, Anneli Näs, and I'll meet some of the most interesting marketers, investors, and app developers.
You know, but it just sounds a bit flat. Plus, your music is going to be at that level the whole way, unless you want to automate it to go up and down, and that's all a bit of a faff. So there is a much better way to do it, and as I say, it's this ducking. So we're using the compressor this time to squash the dynamics or the volume of the music instead of the dialogue that we did the other day, but we're going to get the compressor to listen to the dialogue so that it knows when to squash the music. So I have it set up so that the compressor is listening for the dialogue, and now I need to adjust the threshold of the compressor so that this section here, this red section, will show us how much it's going to squash the music by. So let's start turning the threshold down, and we'll switch it on and see where we get to.
Welcome to Winning in the Nordics. I'm your host, Anneli Näs, and I'll meet some of the most interesting marketers, investors, and app developers.
So let's try that again, and you'll hear the music shrink when the dialogue comes in.
Welcome to Winning in the Nordics. I'm your host, Anneli Näs, and I'll meet some of the most interesting marketers, investors, and app developers across the region to learn from their success stories. I'm the founder of Aim4.
And the other thing you hear there is that when the dialogue takes a break, the music gets a chance to breathe and come back into life.
To learn from their success stories. I'm the founder of Aim4.
See, just like that. So that gives you a much more dynamic way of reducing the volume of the music when dialogue is playing without it sounding really static and boring to the ears. So, yeah, I hope you found that useful. I'll see you tomorrow.